First, head straight to Qatar, where our sports editor Simon Harding was watching the game. Simon, Germany draw 1-1 against Spain. Has this result, has it given it some of the answers that Hansi Flick needed about his squads?
I think it's certainly given him food for thought, especially in that striker position, because the goal scorer for Germany after Alvaro Morata, substitute for Spain, swept in the opening goal. The goal scorer and the equalising goal for the Germans was scored by Niklas Füllkrug of Werder Bremen, a player who was only playing in Germany's second division last season, but since Werder Bremen's promotion to the Bundesliga, he scored 10 goals already this campaign, and you saw what he brought to the party immediately, that focal point in attack, that out-and-out striker that Germany have been missing, because they've been playing Thomas Müller in that position. But Thomas Müller, as we know, fantastic player, but aging, not potentially got the physicality that someone like Füllkrug brings. So I think Hansi Flick will be thinking now, can I play Füllkrug and Müller, maybe drop one of the holding midfielders in Leon Goretzka, Ilkay Gundogan and Joshua Kimmich, none of whom had a good game, and have Müller play behind a Füllkrug-esque striker. Leroy Sané coming back into the fold is also a massive boost, and him and Serge Gnabry, who played together at Bayern Munich, should offer plenty of threat for this German side going forwards in a must-win match against Costa Rica. Anything but a win for Germany is going to see them leave the competition for the second World Cup running, and the Germans will need their best players, their goal-scoring players on the pitch, alongside a fantastic Jamal Musiala, to try and get that victory and get as many goals as possible as well.
Karim, as Simon says there, Germany's future isn't within their hands, or their feet, but they're going to have to win their next game, and of course hope that Japan isn't going to cause another perhaps upset as they did in their first game.
Yes, that's true. And regarding what Simon said about the Germany squad, I'm still a bit worried, because after the first game, I saw that, they put Füllkrug, for instance. He came from Werder Bremen, which is a newly promoted team in the Germans' top tier, which is the Bundesliga. But I'm not quite sure that it's going to be enough. Maybe for the first round, for the group stage. But afterwards, what can we do with that team in Germany? Hansi Flick, he has 2 years. There is this World Cup, obviously, but also the next European Championships in 2 years' time, at home in Germany, so he should find answers. But to come back on what's happening right now, they came, in my opinion, out of nowhere, because Spain had the ball and they had many opportunities to close the game, to wrap up the game early on. But finally, mentally they were strong, and we see that they have experienced players, Rüdiger, for example, and Goretzka and others, so they can rely on it for the moment.
For now, as you say, it's going further, should they? Well, what is going to happen? Because they had to play, they couldn't retain their lead in that first game. Now they're having to play catch-up. Simon, today, the 1-1 draw, from what you're saying there, it's not really a reflection from their performance from today, is it?
Not a reflection of their performance against Spain, but not a reflection of their performance against Japan. I mean, let's be honest, Germany should have been out of sight against Japan in the first half. There were plenty of good saves from the Japanese goalkeeper, poor finishing from the Germans, who were missing that centre-forward figure in that game. And today against Spain, Antonio Rüdiger had a goal ruled out for offside. It's so difficult to play the Spanish when they're in this kind of form, when they keep the ball away from you for minutes at a time and then hit you with a long crossover. I thought Dani Olmo had perhaps a little bit of a poor game, because he could have scored earlier on. Manuel Neuer made a fantastic save to deny the RB Leipzig man. And in this match, they had chances. Jamal Musiala should have scored just before Füllkrug got the equalising goal for the Germans. So it is a question of finding the right formula. There is plenty of talent in this German side. Let's not forget, some of them are playing, a lot of them play for Bayern Munich, who are one of the best teams year in, year out. And the talent is there. There is, I agree with Karim, a little bit of a generational gap now. It's not the kind of the wealth and depth of squad that we saw in 2014 when Germany won the World Cup, when players, they were phenomenal players in every position and not just 1, 2 or 3. Here it is true that if the starting 11 for the Germans isn't fit, then you do wonder who's going to come in. But look at this. Niklas Füllkrug has come on. He scored a goal. I would put good money on him starting against Costa Rica and getting not one but more goals. And if Germany can start getting that machine going, well, you know what you say about German engineering. It's always very good.